Artificial intelligence, or AI, as we often call it, isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's become a part of our daily lives, often in ways we don't even realize. Think about it. When you ask Siri for directions, or when Netflix recommends your next binge-worthy show, that's AI at work. But its impact goes far beyond these conveniences. AI is reshaping entire industries, from healthcare to finance, and even how countries interact with each other on the global stage. Now, you might be wondering, why should I care about AI's global impact? Well, imagine a world where AI doesn't just affect what shows up on your social media feed, but also influences job markets, military strategies, and even how governments make decisions. That's the world we're living in right now, and it's changing faster than many of us realize. Economic impact, military application, and data privacy. Each of these aspects plays a crucial role in how AI is shaping our world. First, let's talk about money. AI has the potential to supercharge economic growth in ways we've never seen before. Imagine factories where robots work alongside humans, not replacing them, but making their jobs easier and more efficient. Or think about AI systems that can predict market trends, helping businesses make smarter decisions. But here's where it gets tricky. While AI can create new jobs and industries, it also has the potential to make some jobs obsolete. For example, self-driving cars could revolutionize transportation. But what happens to all the truck drivers and taxi drivers? This is a real concern that countries around the world are grappling with. The challenge for the countries is to harness the economic benefits of AI while ensuring that the benefits are shared fairly. Some nations are investing heavily in AI education and training programs to prepare their workforce for this new era. Others are exploring ideas like universal basic income to address potential job losses. Shifting gears to something that might sound like science fiction, but it's very much a reality: AI in military application. This is where things get both exciting and a bit scary. Imagine drones that can make decisions on their own, or cybersecurity systems that can detect and neutralize threats in milliseconds. These aren't just ideas, they're technologies that are being developed and deployed right now. But here's the million-dollar question. How do we ensure that these powerful AI systems are used responsibly? The concept of an AI arms race is a real concern. Countries are racing to develop the most advanced AI military technologies, fearing that falling behind could be a major strategic disadvantage. This raises some serious ethical questions. Should we all allow AI systems to make life or death decisions in warfare? How do we prevent AI weapons from falling into the wrong hands? These are questions that policymakers and military strategists are wrestling with right now. Let's touch on data and privacy. AI is like a hungry beast that feeds on data. The more data it has, the smarter it becomes. But here's the catch. A lot of that data is personal information about us. Every time you use a smart device, browse the internet, or even walk down a street with security cameras, you're generating data that could potentially be used to train AI systems. On one hand, this data could be used to create amazing technologies that make our lives easier and safer. On the other hand, it raises serious concerns about privacy and surveillance. Countries around the world are taking different approaches to this challenge. Some, like China, are embracing large-scale data collection to fuel their AI ambitions. Others, like those in the European Union, are implementing strict data protection laws to safeguard citizens' privacy. It's a complex issue that involves not just technology, but also law, ethics, and international relations. The global AI race is on, and it's intense. Countries around the world are pouring resources into AI development, recognizing that leadership in this field could be the key to economic prosperity, military advantage, and global influence in the coming decades. It's not just about creating cool gadgets or efficient algorithms. It's about shaping the future of humanity itself. These are the big three nations making the most noise and taking charge. Let's start with the United States. Now, when you think of AI in the US, you probably think of Silicon Valley, right? And you'd be spot on. The US is home to tech giants like Google, Microsoft, OpenAI, and even Tesla that are at the forefront of AI research and development. These companies have access to vast amounts of data, incredible computing power, and some of the brightest minds in the field. But here's the thing, the US isn't just coasting on the success of its tech companies. The government is also heavily involved. In 2019, the US launched the American AI Initiative, which aimed to promote AI research, open data for AI applications, and develop AI standards. The country is investing billions in AI research through agencies like DARPA and the National Science Foundation. The US also faces some significant challenges. One of the biggest is regulation. How do you balance innovation with ethical concerns and potential risk? The US has been grappling with this, trying to find a way to foster AI development without compromising on safety or individual rights. It's a tricky balance, and so far, the approach has been largely hands-off compared to other regions. As of 2024, the United States does not have a binding federal law specifically regulating the development, deployment, and use of AI across all sectors. In October 2023, President Biden issued an executive order to promote safe and responsible AI development. This order directed federal agencies to implement various strategic, regulatory, and budget initiatives related to AI. The Federal Artificial Intelligence Risk Management Act of 2024 was introduced in January. This bill aims to require federal agencies to use the AI risk management framework developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Now let's shift our focus to China. China's approach to AI is in many ways the opposite of the United States. While the US relies heavily on private companies, China's AI strategy is largely state-driven. In 2017, China announced its plan to become the world leader in AI by 2030. And let me tell you, they're not messing around. China has some unique advantages in this AI race. First, it has a massive population of 1.4 billion people, which means an enormous amount of data. And in AI, data is gold. The more data you have, the better your AI systems can become. Second, China has a much more relaxed approach to data privacy, which allows for easier collection and use of data for AI training. The Chinese government is pouring billions into AI research and development. They're building entire cities dedicated to AI, like the AI city in Hangzhou. Hangzhou, also known as Cloud Town, covers an area of 13 square kilometers and has seen investments of billions of yuan. It's designed to house up to 90,000 AI researchers and developers. The city itself serves as a testbed for AI technologies, including smart traffic management, facial recognition systems, and autonomous vehicles. It incorporates Alibaba's City Brain project, which uses AI to optimize urban management. The AI town is expected to generate significant economic output and attract top talent from all around the world. It's part of China's strategy to move up the value chain in technology and reduce dependence on foreign tech. Chinese tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent are also making significant strides in AI, often with government support. There are concerns about the ethical implications of some of China's AI applications, particularly in areas like surveillance and social control. Additionally, recent US export controls on AI advanced chips have posed challenges for China's AI development. Let's turn our attention to the European Union. But before we get into that, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to subscribe to help me reach my goals and keep providing you all with awesome content. Let's get back to it. The EU's approach to AI is quite different from both the United States and China. If I had to sum it up in one word, it would be ethics. The European Union is really focused on developing what they call trustworthy AI. In April 2021, the EU proposed the first ever legal framework on AI. This proposal, known as the AI Act, aims to guarantee the safety and fundamental rights of people and businesses when it comes to AI. It's a risk-based approach that places different obligations on AI systems depending on their potential for harm. The EU AI Act was officially adopted and published in the EU's official journal on July 12, 2024. It was set to come into force on August 1st, 2024. Full application of the Act will be phased in over time, with different provisions becoming applicable at different dates. The AI Act is the first comprehensive legal framework on AI worldwide. It aims to foster trustworthy AI in Europe and beyond by ensuring AI systems respect fundamental rights, safety, and ethical principles. The Act addresses risk specifically created by AI applications and prohibits AI practices that pose unacceptable risk. The Act categorizes AI systems based on their risk level: unacceptable risk, high risk, limited risk, and minimal risk. It sets clear requirements for high-risk AI applications and defines specific obligations for their deployers and providers. The European Union AI Act represents a landmark in AI regulation, setting a framework that balances innovation with ethical considerations and fundamental rights protection. Its phased implementation over the next few years will significantly impact businesses operating in or serving the EU market, potentially influencing global AI governance standards. There are concerns that strict regulations could stifle innovation and put EU companies at a disadvantage compared to their US and Chinese counterparts. The EU is trying to thread the needle between protecting its citizens and fostering a competitive AI industry. There's no clear answer yet, and that's what makes this race so fascinating to watch. Despite the competitive nature of the AI race, there's a growing recognition that some challenges are too big for any one country to tackle alone. This has led to some fascinating collaborative efforts. One of the most notable initiatives is the Global Partnership on AI. Launched in 2020, the Global Partnership of AI brings together countries like the US, UK, EU members, Canada, and Japan. Their goal is to guide the responsible development of AI based on human rights, inclusion, diversity, innovation, and economic growth. It's like the United Nations for AI. The GPAI works on various projects, from exploring how AI can help achieve sustainable development goals to addressing the challenges of AI in the workplace. They're essentially trying to create a roadmap for AI that benefits humanity as a whole, not just individual countries. Another interesting area of cooperation is in AI research. Many AI breakthroughs come from international collaborations between universities and research institutions. For example, the Allen Institute for AI has partnerships with institutions in Israel, India, and the UK. These collaborations allow researchers to pool resources, share knowledge, and tackle bigger problems than they could alone. There's also growing cooperation on AI standards. Organizations like the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers are working to develop global standards for AI ethics and governance. The idea is to create a common language and set of principles that can guide AI development worldwide. But here's where it gets tricky. While countries recognize the need for cooperation, they're also wary of giving away their competitive edge. This leads to a delicate dance of sharing some information while keeping other aspects closely guarded. On the flip side of cooperation, we naturally see conflict. The race for AI supremacy is creating new tensions between countries, and it's reshaping global politics in some pretty dramatic ways. One of the biggest areas of conflict is AI talent. There's a global shortage of top AI researchers and engineers, and countries are competing fiercely to attract and retain this talent. The US, for example, has long benefited from its ability to attract top minds from all around the world. But now, countries like China are working hard to bring their talents back home and to attract international experts. This talent war isn't just about offering high salaries. It's also about creating attractive research environments, funding ambitious projects, and even appealing to researchers' sense of national pride. It's a high-stakes game that could determine which countries lead in AI development. Another major source of conflict is cyber espionage. As AI becomes more valuable, the temptation to steal AI-related intellectual properties grows. There have been numerous reports of state-sponsored hacking attempts targeting AI research and technology. This isn't just corporate espionage. It's a matter of national security. Some countries, particularly the US, have placed restrictions on exporting certain AI technologies, especially those with potential military applications. For example, in 2022, the US imposed new controls on exports of advanced AI chips to China. These moves are aimed at maintaining a technological edge, but they also risk fragmenting the global AI ecosystem and potentially slowing overall progress. There's also growing concerns about the use of AI in information warfare and propaganda. AI-powered deepfakes and sophisticated language models could be used to spread misinformation on an unprecedented scale. This has led to fears about election interference and the manipulation of public opinion across borders. The military application of AI are perhaps the most concerning source of potential conflict. As countries develop AI-powered weapon systems and integrate AI into their military strategies, there's a risk of a new kind of arms race. The prospect of autonomous weapon systems raises serious ethical questions and could potentially lower the threshold for armed conflict. Gerd Gigerenzer's book, How to Stay Smart in a Smart World, offers insights relevant to the geopolitics of AI and its overall intelligence. Gigerenzer's nuanced view on AI is a refreshing departure from the extreme positions often taken in public discourse. On one side, we have the tech savior camp, exemplified by figures like Ray Kurzweil, who predict an AI-driven utopia where all human problems are solved. On the other hand, we have doomsday prophets like Elon Musk, warning of existential risk from superintelligent AI. Gigerenzer argues that both these views are oversimplifications. A case study that illustrates this balanced perspective is the use of AI in healthcare. While AI has shown remarkable capabilities in diagnosing certain conditions, like detecting skin cancer from images with accuracy rivaling dermatologists, it's not a panacea. The IBM Watson for Oncology project, initially hailed as a revolution in cancer treatment, faced significant challenges and criticism for its recommendations, highlighting the limitations of AI in complex decision-making. This example shows that while AI can be a powerful tool in healthcare, it's not infallible and works best when complementing human expertise rather than replacing it entirely. In the realm of global politics and decision-making, this balanced view is crucial. For instance, AI-powered predictive models are increasingly used in international relations to forecast conflicts or economic trends. The Good Judgment Project, which uses both human forecasters and AI models, has shown that a combination of human intuition and machine learning often outperforms either alone in predicting geopolitical events. This hybrid approach reflects Gigerenzer's argument that we should neither blindly trust nor completely dismiss AI in critical decision-making processes. Gigerenzer's stable world principle is a key insight into the limitations of current AI systems. This principle suggests that AI, particularly machine learning algorithms, perform well in stable, predictable environments, but struggle in highly uncertain or rapidly changing situations. A prime example of this principle in action is the stock market. AI algorithms have become increasingly sophisticated in predicting market trends and making trading decisions. However, during unexpected events like the 2008 financial crisis or the market volatility caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, many AI-driven trading systems faltered. These systems, trained on historical data, couldn't adapt quickly to the unprecedented situations, leading to significant losses for some AI-managed funds. In geopolitical scenarios, which are often categorized by high uncertainty and rapid changes, the limitations become even more apparent. For instance, AI models trained to predict international conflicts based on historical data might fail to account for unprecedented factors like the rise of social media-driven protest movements or the impact of a global pandemic on international relations. The Arab Spring of 2010 to 2012 is a case in point, where traditional predictive models, including those augmented by AI, largely failed to anticipate the rapid spread of protest across multiple countries. Gigerenzer's assertion that human intelligence outperforms AI in highly uncertain situations is particularly relevant in the context of global politics. This perspective challenges the notion that AI will eventually surpass human decision-making in all domains. A compelling example of this is diplomatic negotiations. While AI can process vast amounts of data and provide analytical insights, the nuanced understanding of cultural context, emotional intelligence, and the ability to build personal relationships remains uniquely a human skill. The Camp David Accord of 1978, which led to a peace treaty between Egypt and Israel, exemplify the importance of human intelligence in navigating complex, uncertain political landscapes. The personal rapport established between leaders and the intuitive understanding of each party's unstated needs and fears were crucial to the success of these negotiations, aspects that current AI systems cannot replicate. In crisis management scenarios, human judgment often proves superior to AI. During the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, President Kennedy and his advisors had to make critical decisions with incomplete information and under extreme pressure. Their ability to consider multiple perspectives, anticipate potential consequences, and make ethical judgments in a highly uncertain environment showcases the strengths of human intelligence that AI has yet to match. These examples underscore Gigerenzer's point that in the realm of global politics, where situations are often fluid and unpredictable, human intelligence remains indispensable. While AI can be a powerful tool for data analysis and scenario modeling, the ultimate decisions in complex geopolitical situations still rely heavily on human judgment, intuition, and ethical considerations. Gigerenzer delves into the pervasive influence of AI in our daily lives, examining its role in various domains. One striking example he discusses is the use of AI in dating apps. These algorithms claim to find perfect matches based on user data and preferences. However, studies have shown that these AI-driven matchmaking systems often fall short. A 2020 study published in Psychological Science found that AI predictions of romantic attractions were no better than chance. This highlights a significant limitation of AI in understanding complex human emotions and relationships. In the realm of facial recognition, Gigerenzer points out the concerning use of this technology in law enforcement and surveillance. The case of Robert Williams, wrongfully arrested due to a facial recognition error, serves as a cautionary tale. The AI system misidentified Williams, leading to his arrest for a crime that he didn't commit. This incident underscores the potential for AI to perpetuate and even amplify existing biases in the criminal justice system, which we honestly can't afford to get worse. Furthermore, Gigerenzer examines the use of AI in judicial decision-making. He cites the Compass system, used in some U.S. courts to assess recidivism risk. A ProPublica investigation found that the system was biased against Black defendants, often incorrectly labeling them as high risk. This example demonstrates how AI systems, when not properly designed and monitored, can reinforce societal inequalities. These cases illustrate the need for careful consideration and regulation of AI's societal impacts. They highlight areas where AI needs significant improvement, particularly in handling complex human factors and avoiding the perpetuation of biases. Gigerenzer offers several practical strategies for navigating an increasingly AI-driven world. These insights are particularly valuable for policymakers and citizens alike. One key strategy he proposes is improving digital literacy. Gigerenzer argues that understanding the basics of how AI systems work is crucial for making informed decisions about their use. He cites a study conducted at the Max Planck Institute for Human Development, which found that participants who received brief training on the principles of machine learning were better able to identify potential biases and limitations in AI systems. Another strategy Gigerenzer advocates is the use of fast and frugal decision-making heuristics. These are simple rules that can often outperform complex AI algorithms in uncertain environments. For example, in a study on emergency room triage, a simple decision tree developed by human experts performed as well as or better than more complex AI systems in determining which patients needed immediate care. Gigerenzer also emphasizes the importance of transparency and explainability in AI systems. He argues that black box AI models whose decision-making processes are opaque should be avoided in high-stakes situations. Instead, he advocates for the development of interpretable AI systems. A case study he mentions is the LIME technique, which provides human understandable explanations for AI decisions, allowing for better oversight and trust. These strategies highlight areas where AI can be improved, particularly in terms of transparency and integration with human decision-making processes. They also underscore the importance of human skill and judgment in effectively leveraging AI technologies. Establishing global norms and regulations for AI is crucial because AI doesn't respect national borders. An AI system developed in one country can affect people all around the world. So we need international agreements on things like data sharing, cybersecurity, and the ethical use of AI in warfare. An area where this is particularly important is the realm of data. AI thrives on data, but data privacy is a major concern for many people and governments. So how do we balance the need for data to drive AI innovation with the need to protect individual privacy? This is where international agreements come in. We need global standards for data protection and guidelines for responsible data sharing. Cybersecurity is another area where international cooperation is crucial. As AI systems become more powerful, they also become more attractive targets for cyber attacks, and these attacks can have global consequences. So we need international agreement on cybersecurity standards, information shared about threats, and coordinated responses to major incidents. Perhaps the most challenging and most important area for international agreements is the use of AI in warfare. The prospects of autonomous weapon systems raises serious ethical and security concerns. Some argue for a global ban on such weapons, similar to the ban on chemical and biological weapons. Others argue that such a ban would be unenforceable and that it's better to establish rules for their development and use. This is a debate that's happening right now in international forums, and its outcome will have profound implications for global security. All the national strategies and international agreements in the world won't matter if the public doesn't understand and engage with these issues. Educating citizens about AI's impact is essential. This isn't just about teaching people how to use AI tools. It's about helping them understand the broader implications of AI for society, the economy, and global politics. It's about equipping people to participate in informed debates about AI policy and to make decisions about how AI is used in their own daily lives. This education needs to happen at all levels. In school, we should be teaching kids not just how to code, but how to think critically about the ethical implications of AI. In universities, we need interdisciplinary programs that bring together computer science, ethics, law, and international relations. And the general public, we need clear, accessible information about AI developments and their potential impacts. How would you design a public education campaign about AI? What key messages would you focus on? What channels would you use to reach different segments of the population? Share your ideas in the comments below. Public engagement is crucial because it can drive informed policy decisions. When citizens understand the issues at stake, they can hold their governments accountable and push for policies that ensure AI benefits society as a whole. This isn't just about preventing harm. It's about actively shaping AI development to address societal challenges and improve people's lives.